I'll jump on it because if I don't, I'll screw it up.
Okay.
Very good. Yeah, last we spoke, I did a shoot with you and the band at House of Blues in LA back at Rainy Day Music Time some years ago.
That was a number of years ago, yes.
Yeah, and the House of Blues isn't even there anymore, sadly.
It isn't. Wow.
No, Sunset Strip.
What's there now? What's it now?
A hotel. A whole new
hotel. Yeah.
I know you played there a number of times in a couple different incarnations, I think.
Yes, with the Golden Smog and with the Jayhawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of that. Very good. Well, good to see you.
Thank you.
How are you holding up? How are things?
Good. Is this how we're recording now?
Are you cool to start? We can start anytime. Yeah, I just like to.
I just want to know if I don't know if this is going to be airing closer to. Well, let's face it. If we talk about, I'm going to play a song. I think, right?
Yeah, we can do a song. Are you coming? You want to do a song off the top? Or we can do it at the end. Whatever works for you.
We'll talk a little bit. I mean, the song is called "Living in a Bubble," and it just happened to be a song on the new record that has to do with isolation. So I didn't want to. I guess in a month we're still going to be isolating, so I guess it would be still.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's apropos and how we set things up, anyways, and make sure it all work for you. So.
Okay.
It'll all be good. Yeah, so we'll work out the best time between you and everyone between now and release to make sure that it's a good week for to get this stuff out there. Ideally, we'll have this up online sooner than do it on TV as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so very good. So, but talk about life in quarantine, because I've seen some of your wonderful work last few weeks, and you're keeping yourself busy, keeping the fans busy with watching.
Yeah, no, I was a little reluctant to do that. I thought, well, I everybody's doing it. I feel like I don't know if I'd like it that much, and now I look forward to it because it's like I have something to work on, and it seems to bring some happiness to some people. It makes me happy, and I get reactions, and you feel like you've just played a concert for friends and all over the world, and so it's been important to me. Otherwise, I'm just sit around and think too much about everything.
Yeah, it's like everybody.
But I will say that I was talking to most of my friends who are musicians. Our lives aren't really that much different, other than the horrible things that are going on. But we tend to isolate anyway, and you read all these things about people in quarantine, like Cuomo's been going on. Like, you might find you have anxiety, depression, blah blah. I'm like, check. That's what me and most of my friends have dealt with most of our lives, just being isolators.
The
rule.
How great has music always been as an outlet for those feelings and those issues? Because it's been a salve for everyone on the outside. As a creative artist yourself, it must be great to be able to get those emotions even before this, like the stuff you're talking about, on paper, out into a song.
Well, yeah, you usually write a song not thinking about how it will help others so much, but you write it for yourself.
Yeah.
It starts as this selfish endeavor, you just want to feel better, and you want to write, and you get an idea, and sometimes that early on idea is the best time, because it could be anything, and it's then you let it off into the world, and maybe it doesn't turn out exactly how you like it, or it's not perfect, but then you find it kind of rebounds and echoes back at you, and you find all these people telling you how much that you've helped them. I mean, not everybody gets that in their job, teachers, nurses, doctors, they don't always get this kind of immediate response telling you what you did for them. Mm-hmm. And although that's not why I do it, it's a nice perk, but I found that I like getting out of my own head and helping other people. And this is one way that I don't feel like I'm self-centered, selfish.
Yeah. Do you have, now it'll be different even now, because who knows how long we're going to be stuck inside and so forth, but have you paid attention to reaction online, even beyond after shows and things like that? Are you someone who's looked at social media, you've seen what fans have said, what songs people are requesting during your shit show? How much of that do you take in and kind of internalize?
I don't take a lot of it in. I have a sidekick, my girlfriend Steph in Canada. And she can't be here because of the borders. So at least while we're speaking at this time, they're closed. But so she's kind of my sidekick, and that way I don't have to stare at the screen and try to read things the whole time. I can kind of sit back. Ideally, she'd be in the same room. My son comes sometimes when he can visit, and he's starting to play. Yeah. And that's fun. But so she'll kind of sort through things and say, you know, hi from Glasgow, or so-and-so's in the house, or they'd like to hear this song, or what was the first song you ever wrote, or, you know. So kind of I have a dialogue between her and them and myself. But I don't really, I mean, the song I'm going to play is called Living in a Bubble, and it was written way before this virus ever appeared to us, and it is about the dangers of the 24-hour news cycle, and about social media and how people can get hooked on watching that, and it just kind of fans the flame a bit, and you get almost more fearful than like terrorism. Like the threat is less dangerous than the fear that it creates. And although this is a terrible pandemic, there is a danger of being a little too informed and hanging on every single wrinkle. Yeah.
How therapeutic is it for you just to pick up the guitar and play? Is that something you're doing, whether or not the camera's around, whether or not there's an album in the works? Is that something that's almost daily for you to do that?
It can be. There are times where I just don't pick it up, and then other times it's like a snowball effect when you seem to get into this zone, and if you don't have that, you're not in it, you can't force it. But I think it's good to try to write a song every day. It doesn't have to be good. Just to feel like it gives me purpose. You know, otherwise I wake up and I go, okay, I'm going to Groundhog Day. What am I going to do? If I feel like I created something new, even if it's just for myself, it gives me a sense of purpose.
And it must be nice having new songs now to talk about, new music, fresh stuff to give everyone in the midst of all this. Talk about how proud you are of the new album.
Very proud of the new album because it's different for us, and I guess I released the hounds. I kind of I let go of the reins a little bit and allowed more people, or opened it up, not allowed, but I opened it up more as a forum for everybody in the band to write a little bit more, because it really started by knowing that my bandmates are good writers and great musicians, but also when we play live, there was always, I'd sing like 24 songs in a set, or 20 songs in a set, and Karen might sing one, our keyboard player, and Tim, our drummer, might sing one or two, and I just felt like I'd like them to be singing more songs because I love their voices, and I can sit back and play guitar, and they have great voices. So it started there, and then it just kind of, we were always close, but this made us, it was like we went to a retreat or something. We all came out of it closer, and I think everybody feels more vested in the project than ever, you know. So it's, this long into our career, I think we're about as close as we've been.
And how unique is that? What a special feeling to have that at this point in your career, and through your band's gone through different twists and turns, but there's been a core group that's kind of remained. It must be nice to have that closeness now, because that doesn't happen all the time.
No, you know, I was talking to my friend Steve today, and we were talking about, there was a time where after Rainy Day Music was like, I don't want to be the last band standing. I don't look desperate, like I'm just can't do anything else, and I got to keep playing. And so we I broke it up in 2005, I think, thinking, well, we'll make them miss us, you know. And you know, they didn't miss us that much. They did, but it wasn't, you know, because I think then after a while I started realizing the beauty, and I've had friends tell me this, the longevity is a beautiful thing, and the fact that we can go out and still play and get a crowd of people to come, and they're very loyal. And as long as we're doing that and creating some new music, I think I'm very proud of that achievement. I mean, we never got a gold record, we never, you know, got a Grammy, but we've achieved something a lot of people wish they could. It's all relative, you know, but we've career, and we're a good band, and we're still creative.
Yeah, there must have been a sense. I mean, early on, there was so much acclaim for you guys early in your career, and there's been different waves, of course, of popularity and success. But was there a point when you reached like, all right, we don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore? I know these. I've written hundreds of great songs, and we have a great fan base, and now we're doing it for us.
No, I still want to prove it. I still like a grant. I still like to, you always want to be up a tier, maybe. I don't think I need to prove it to somebody else that we're good. I think we want to prove it to ourselves that we're still creating good music, and we know our strengths and we know our weaknesses. I think on this record we really focused a lot on our strengths, which is the harmony singing, the songwriting and the harmony singing. And yeah.
Talk about the beauty of that and the talent you've always had for harmony and for all the melodies, and just you've had obviously a special talent for that, else you wouldn't have been at the front of this for so long. But is that something that you always known you kind of had? Is that just a gift you were born with? Is it something you have to keep working on? Because not everyone has that ability, and you've always had it in spades, I think, more than a lot of artists.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I was born with it. I've just always been able to hear the 3-part harmony, and so do the other people in the band. But as a young person, I was a very late bloomer. I didn't start playing guitar till I was 14. That was classical guitar. I took piano before that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really have an electric guitar till I was probably 19 or so. Wasn't in a band until I was 26. All backwards. Didn't start writing songs till my early 20s. I could always learn things by ear, but I didn't know how to be in a band. I was too shy to figure out how to put a band together. And finally, met people and it worked out. But I think that maybe it's the Irish blood, the harmony, the harmony of the ear, because I can hear them. And then I realized not everybody can. So I guess I feel like I was born with it, because I certainly don't work on it.
Right. And this album is so great, and the other vocals shine through. And you've always been known for this amazing instrument, which is your voice as well, which is just a beautiful thing. But then to be able to kind of let go and let the other band have their shining moments. What does it feel different now that the album is coming out to have that? Does it feel like a different Jayhawks record in that sense? It's not. You've always been collaborative, of course, but to have that feel like a different thing.
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't listened to it in a while. It's been working on the artwork, and I don't know. It still feels like a Jayhawks song. I was worried about it because it is kind of disparate. It definitely shifts in moods more, and the sounds, because each person took a little bit more control of their own songs, and I was worried that maybe it wasn't going to hold together, and it really relied heavily on the sequencing. And when I finally heard it sequenced correctly, I felt like this was a really good record. Up until then, I had a hard time telling how it was going to fit together. I knew the songs were strong.
Yeah. And what are your hopes and dreams now? This is when this album comes out. It's going to be, it's going to be summer. No one knows what's going on, but obviously you love to get this thing on the road at some point and do your thing.
Yeah, ironically, this year was the year that we decided we were going to tour a lot more. Because the last couple of years, I thought, well, maybe I'm going to back off on it, and we didn't play that much. This year, we had decided we were going to play at least twice as much as we did last year, and then this all happened. But we're lucky that we can still, I can do my little show on the Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, when I can, Facebook, and we can still put out a record. So many people who can't get, they worked in an office, they can't get back to work. So I have no idea what's going to happen how long it'll take for people to feel comfortable in being in the same room. That could take a long time.
Yeah.
So we'll have to find different ways to do it. But I feel lucky compared to a number of people who can't go work at all,
Yeah, and also there's ways you can collaborate. I know you've done some great collaborations over the years. I loved your work with Wesley Stace a few years back, and that was a great record. And
which one?
With Wesley Stace, you did the.
Oh, Wesley, Wesley Stace.
Wesley Harding. Yeah.
Fine man.
Yeah, yeah. He's keeping at it as well. But are you looking at other interesting creative ways this year you could be spreading your wings, even if you're stuck inside? I'm sure there's lots you can do as a musician and be.
Yes, because I'm moving back to Minneapolis at the end of this month, and I'll be able to set up a more proper. My gear isn't here, so I'll be able to get a more professional little performance area, and I plan on
Yeah,
being able to bring band members or friends in town or uh, in doing more of that. I haven't really figured out. There's certainly other musicians I'd like to work with, but haven't figured that out yet. I don't know. Just keep writing. I guess it's a good time to write. And, I have a solo record I did all by my lonesome that'll come out probably later in the year or early next year. It's just kind of sitting to the side while we concentrate on that stuff.
right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's certain songs people are always requesting of you, of course. So there's certain songs that you feel closest to that you'll always play, whether or not you hear them from the crowd, or is that switch? Are we going to hear some of these in your shit show in the coming weeks?
Yeah, we do. I do have certain. I mean, I cannot play a show without playing Blue. I think we did that. Didn't play it once in our career since we recorded it, and
Right.
I would feel a little bit. I remember I heard a story about Christopher Cross. Remember that guy sailing? He'd play all his hits. He'd play all his hits like at the very beginning of the show, just to kind of do this to the audience that would come in later, say, I just want to hear the hits, and I was just going to play it at the end. There's certain songs, I certainly respect my audience, and I'm not trying to be esoteric or clever. I want people to be happy. I'm a people pleaser in a way, but I will certainly throw in a lot of things that might be, and we have enough songs that I could change the set quite a bit, but yeah, I mean, Blue, Waiting for the Sun, I'd Run Away, I'm Gonna Make You Love Me, All the Right Reasons. There's other ones that are quite corners. Songs that just are songs that will click with the audience. And then the other ones might be for certain people who are the deep cuts and things like that. And we do songs just for ourselves more than for others, to keep ourselves interested,
I love the Radiohead cover you did with your son. That was
nice. Yeah, Karma Police. Yeah.
Yeah, that was done beautifully. Yeah.
I think I'm kind of becoming Henry's dad instead of, when people used to come up to me and he'd be with me when he was little, and they go, "Excuse me, are you Gary Louris?" And I go, "Yeah." And now people come up and go, "Excuse me, are you Henry's dad?" So I'm being eclipsed a little bit, but he's
how nice. That's
a
great.
painter.
Yeah.
He's actually a fine arts major, but he's a painter. But he's a fabulous painter. But he's got the ear.
Talented kid.
Yeah.
Very nice. Since I got you, I want to ask you about a song I've never talked to you about. You may have already explained it, or maybe something you don't even want to talk about at all, and that's fine too. I've always been curious about Broken Harpoon and where kind of that came from and what was behind that one.
I think it's another one of those kind of lost longing for. It was certainly not about any particular person. I've always been the guy who writes a lot of songs about what I don't, glass half full, what I didn't have, but the one that got away. It's a little bit like the one that got away, or the one I never found, and kind of having someone and then letting go, or it didn't work out. I'm sure, I'm sure I had been reading Moby Dick at some point. I do remember thinking that song when I wrote it was going to be almost as popular as Blue for us, and it never reached that. But I found more and more that it's requested a lot, especially when I play these shows.
Yeah.
And I remember the other thing is I remember to be careful not to write too many songs with the letter P in it, because you have to be very careful. I can't play it. But Broken Heart, poo, poo doesn't work so well on the microphone. So
right.
Off P.
And just other than living in a bubble, if you can just kind of put into words this album, if it's kind of taken on any kind of cohesive thematic feel, if you want to talk about any other songs this record is for you.
Well, I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing. I don't want to speak for anybody else or their song. For me, there's two songs on here that I wrote that are getting away from that personal lost love and longing thing, and it got a little more topical. One is called Homecoming, which was all about climate change, and it was I was proud of those lyrics. And then this one I'll play a bit, this called Living in a Bubble, is about isolation and social media overload and, and losing a sense of yourself. And otherwise, there's different themes. It's depending on who's singing. I think Karen, our keyboard player, is really very poetic in her lyrics, and really probably the most poetic writer on the album right now, I think. And Mark Perlman's written a number of songs. He's our bass player. He's been there since day one, 1985. I came in about 2 weeks later. They had played a gig without me, and then their guitar player was leaving, so I joined. 2 weeks, and here, 35 years later, here we are.
Yeah. That's great, and you guys, you all sound amazing, and it really is a special record. I need more time with it, but everything I've heard sounds beautiful, every track, and it's great hearing everyone's voices.
Oh, thank you.
I've really enjoyed it. And
thank you. We're ready to unleash it to the world, and I'll be curious to hear what people think. But we certainly have always been able to function under our own rudder. You know, like we never really had record labels telling we had to do this or that, and I think our fan base, we don't expect it to launch us into superstardom. I think we just always like to reach more people and diversify our audience, but we basically will just let it out there, and we know we're proud of it, and hopefully other people will love it too.
Yeah, as it should be. Certainly
You're frozen.
Yeah, we froze for a sec.
Either that or I've hypnotized you into a...
Hold on. You froze up. Do you hear me okay? Hold on. Pausing the record. The recording, there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but there we go. Well, let me just say that you should be proud of this record, and the quality is certainly there, and you've done so many amazing records. It's great to have this one as part of your discography, and I wish you guys all the success and best with it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And
hope to see you out there.
Yeah.
Hope to see you in LA eventually. Yeah.
As soon as possible, we'll catch you on the road. Yeah.
A lot of good memories out there. A record label used to be out there, and of course all the great studios we got to work at.
Yeah. I've seen you play a number of times at Golden Smog and with the band. It was an especially memorable show once at the Troubadour. I remember Chris Robinson joining you guys, and that was a blast.
Yeah, there was just something on the news here about the Troubadour, how they're not sure if they're going to be able to reopen or something.
It's scary. Everything's in danger, and everyone's trying to help each other out. Yeah.
I know. So everything's connected.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you share a song with us. It would be great if you could do Living in a Bubble. That would be wonderful.
Okay. So this one's called Living in a Bubble. I wrote it before any of this pandemic happened, but it's about isolation and the dangers, and there are good things about isolation too. I mean, you can finally get all those projects done you said you were going to do, or work on something, get closer with your family. I envy all those people who can be with their family. I'm kind of isolated alone right now, but and you'll find some benefits of all this amongst all the turmoil. So this one's called Living in a Bubble. It's on our new record that'll be coming out in July. So. No signal on the morning train. I'm alone with my thoughts still run from my brain. Big brother's got a hold on zoo. Check into the Congress Hotel, I put on the TV, then I ran to my mail. MSNBC and CNN, now I'm side to side. Think I can take it, yeah. Picking up a blow, running out of time. Stick my head out once in a while. Life is full of trouble, what am I to do? Just another day on the zoo. Trust yourself phone is always in reach. Here I on the highway. Pretend it's the waves on the beach. Living in a bubble, running out of time. Stick my head out once in a while. Life is full of trouble, what am I to do? Just another day, I'll try to get through. Living in a bubble, living out of time. Stick my head out once in a while. Life is full of trouble, what am I to do? Just another day, I'll see.
So great.
Thank you.
Real treat. Thank you, Gary.
What's that?
That was a real treat. Thank you so much. That was great.
Oh, of course. Anytime. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thanks for doing this. Real pleasure talking to you.
All right. Well, I am looking forward to everybody getting out of the house someday and just throwing their hands up in the air and being able to touch each other. You know,
Yeah.
It's different than anything else. A lot different than 9/11, where it was like you could at least get in rooms with people and hang out and touch each other. Yeah, it's very strange.
It's very strange. It's very hard, but we'll all get through it, and music certainly helps.
Yes, it does. So, okay, great.
Very
well,
good.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing this, and I'll keep you posted on air dates and all that.
Okay. See ya.
Take care. Good luck, everything. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Lead meeting.